Summer is in full swing. Let's unbox a handheld. Hello and welcome to Modern Broadcast. Today we are going to be taking a look at the RG ARC D. This is a kind of a Sega console, really. I mean, this is kind of like a genuine Sega console, but it's by Anbernic, so it's going to be a decent build quality. It's like if the Nomad and the Game Gear kind of like had a baby. So let's go ahead, let's get right into it and start with the unboxing. Opening up the box here, we have the system. Just going to go ahead and remove this, see if we have anything underneath, maybe. We'll start with the cable. Okay, so here we have a Type-C charge cable, and taking out the console here, let's go ahead and unveil. All right, and here we have it. So this feels like a premium product. We have two micro SD card slots on the bottom with a headphone jack. Let me see if I can turn that a little bit. We also have a small pinhole reset button. I just can't get my camera to focus, but anyways, the micro SD cards and the headphones. A very good D-pad. This feels like a Sega Genesis controller or a Saturn controller. It's a little raised, as you see, but it rotates real nice. I'm sure we can actually get some fighters working on this pretty good, like Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom maybe. Our 6 front-facing buttons, they have good travel with membrane underneath. Up top, we have our L1, L2, our charge port, accessory port, mini HDMI, a function key, volume down and up, and then our power button, along with our R1 and R2. Nothing really on the back of the device. We're going to go ahead and do a first time boot up, but I'm going to actually swap cameras because I'm having a tough time with this one's autofocus. So let's go to the garage and mess with that camera instead. All right, with that 16 gigabyte card back in there, let's go ahead and power it up. So the way this menu is set up is you go ahead and click on like RetroArch, and that's where all of your emulators are. And then when you go to the open source emulators, that's where Sega Saturn is, and then this Prince of Persia. So let's go ahead and test out Saturn on this and see how it works.
Vast land of Legendra. This bountiful land was molded from ash and waste and given the breath of life.
So this is Dragon Force for the Sega Saturn. Not a demanding game, but I do notice that a lot of emulators and a lot of devices struggle with it when trying to play. The music cuts out or is choppy. This is playing smoothly. There's no real delay, but if you are a fan of JRPGs, I strongly recommend you check out Dragon Force. The storyline is so cool, and having 100 sprites on the screen at one time is just amazing and way ahead of its time. To quit any emulator, we go up to the top here and we push that R button. So Sega Saturn aside, to quit any game you would push this R button here, and that brings up the RetroArch menu. But for Sega Saturn, you push the select button and then you could scroll down to exit. The buttons are already pre-configured, so we don't have to mess with any button configurations on these, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and check out some Sega Genesis. Overall, I really like this device. It feels comfortable in the hand. It's nice big screen here. Looks great for Sega Saturn, Sega CD games. And I really think as a dedicated Sega console or Sega handheld, really this is almost like a genuine article. It's pretty great. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. What are your thoughts on this dedicated Sega console or handheld? You know, you can't put other games on it. However, just with those buttons there, the 6 front buttons, it really just, it seems right. So let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to check out ModernBroadcast.tv. I am adding new merch. We now have some mugs available, and we have a couple new shirts also. So if you want to support the channel, be sure to check it out. And yeah, have a great week, everyone, and take care.